It's opening morning today. It was real busy out here this morning. You know, and when I got out of the truck, I just hauled butt out here to try to get my spot. The problem I'm having, back behind me, is where I had that trail camera getting those big bucks. It's probably, I don't know, in between 50 to 100 yards back behind me. That oak tree right there, it's been dropping this morning. I had something walk through the woods back behind me when it was still dark. But I believe most of the bed's out in front of me. And all the feed's on this side of the trail. We are going to a spot. If you've been following the channel, you should recognize it. We was out here last year, at the end of deer season last year. And I sat in the saddle, but I was only about 2 foot off the ground. And I had those 3 does come in, and they kept hearing me draw the bow back. But I'm gonna go in there, see if I can find some acorns on the ground anywheres, and try to fine tune it. See if we can't get in here. You know, to be honest, I really don't care. If a doe walks out, I'm probably gonna shoot one. Then we'll play that by ear whenever we out here. You know, and if I just get out here and it's just slam full of buck sign, may wait on old buck. But my goal here is to go in here and try to take out one of those loudmouth does, because they blowed on me in here last year. There's another one there. One, a big one, and another big one. So hopefully we can get him to come through this afternoon. That one don't look, well, it's been freshened out, but they've been hitting these two out here mainly. And this one they just started on. But the wind is blowing from the east. So I'm gonna have to find somewhere over here to sit, which there's really, I think I may climb that big oak right there and try to get in that tree. Oh, we finally made it up the tree. It's a little wonky, and it's got me limited on what I can shoot. But those grapes is just to my left right here. The main trail is right back through there. You know, and that come up to those grapes, and from there they either go off to the left or they go off to the right from those grapes. The only bad thing is, and it's probably gonna bite me, the only thing I can do is if I see one come out of that trail back there, I need to get everything ready. To try to catch them right here, because my wind's blowing, not all the time, but it does shift. It's mainly blowing this way, but every once in a while it shifts and blows from the west. And like I said, as long as I'm ready, if they come from behind me, you know, and I'll be able to get the shot. But I made quite a bit of noise getting in here in this tree, so hopefully that didn't hurt us too bad. I headed out here in my last hog hunting video I posted, where I set up and I had 2 spikes come in and some hogs come in. I'm gonna try to get in there. I'm not gonna sit in the same tree or nothing, but I want to get down in there and set up where I went in there and found all those acorns. I'm gonna go in here and check it out, and I may just end up walking through there and not even set up, depending on what it looks like. We had some pretty good rain today, which we're probably gonna get some rain before the day's over with. But the thing is if, from my experience, if we, like, as much as it's rained today, if we can keep it from raining the rest of the day, they're gonna move real good this afternoon. I mean, that's just the way it is around here. But 5 o'clock's the highest chance of rain, and after that it drops off a lot. So that last couple hours of daylight's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna climb up this tree. That oak tree there is loaded with acorns. Just about every one of them over there is loaded down. And then all of them over there's got a bunch of acorns. So we're loaded up in a pretty good acorn flat, a good oak flat. But there's a trail that comes out from over here. It comes through here. And when they get right up in here somewhere, they either go that way or they turn and come out. And if you walk straight out that way, that's where I was sitting at in that last hog video. Probably 75, 80 yards out in there. And that main trail's back here behind me. In this tree I ended up getting in. Once I got up to my normal height, it was kind of a little aggravating. That's why the camera's so much higher than what I normally put it. But it'll be alright. But these oaks back here, all them back there's the ones, there's just about every one of them back there's loaded down with acorns. So. And right here in this gap, that's where I'm gonna say most of everything's gonna come in between there. Either there or this little gap right here. I was putting my camera on the tree and everything. About 60 yards out behind me. I had a deer just start blowing like crazy. I was using my phone for a light, so I'm guessing it seen the light or whatever, but oh well. It's kind of foggy out here this morning, so I don't know how well I'm gonna be able to see. I said my goal is to see some deer and see where they're traveling at. We're gonna, this is what we call a plateau. It's a high ground out here in these swamps, and it's flooded pretty bad, so these we should better sneak out here. We've already seen, as soon as we got to the edge of the plateau, there's a hog sign right here, so we should better walk up on some hogs or something. That edge at that water, it's normal, it's about 7 foot deep right there. When the swamp's dry, it's a 7 foot drop off, so I mean, we got a pretty good bit of water in here. We're gonna ease on up here and see what we can make happen for this morning. And we're gonna try to walk around, try to find somewhere to hunt this afternoon. So. Little bitty thing. I believe they all crossed the water on me up here. I'm gonna try to use this little pig. Maybe the mama will come back. See, that little pig didn't want to cross the water. I'm very surprised the mama hadn't come back for that pig yet. Cause he is raising some cane out here. I said, normally when they squeal like this, the mamas will come back. But he just keeps running back and forth right here. He don't know what to do. Come out here. This is the area last year I shot a doe and a big old hog down in here last year. And this year there's already, you know, and we still right here at the boat, and there's already rubs all on this edge right here. So what we're gonna do is we hadn't done any scouting out here. We just pulled straight up to the bank. We're gonna walk out here and just find us a good trail and some acorns to sit on. It's starting to get a little late in the day. We're just gonna climb up the tree and get ready. Look at that trail right there. You can see the green grass. Yeah, you can see it right there. It's a pretty good trail. There was just, I come up and there was some turkeys sitting right up there. So it tells me there's some acorns on the ground up here. Right in there. When I come up, them turkeys were sitting there scratching. I hear one of these oaks back here is dropping. I heard some in there somewhere. I might not be close enough to the dropping acorns, but I came out of that thick stuff right there. I followed the trail in. That oak right there. As soon as they come behind it, one of the trails comes this way. And cuts right out in front of this tree right here. And the other one cuts out and goes out that way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to climb this tree right here. Because the wind's blowing this way. And I'll be able to see anything that walks that other trail. left shoulder.